Okay, let's jump to another one that's also broke relatively late today, and this is Turning Point USA, Team Turning Point USA versus Candace Owen. You've been following this one, Katie? So I mean Candace Owens worked at Turning Point. She was very good friends with Charlie Kirk. They were friendly. They were friends. They were close. But since Charlie Kirk's death, and part of why I'm putting this one up high is this is a crazy thing, at least in my conception of time. Charlie Kirk hasn't been dead for 3 months. It's next week will be 3 months. It seems like a million years ago. But in any event, since he died, Candace Owen has engaged in her normal sorcery of conspiracy theories. And today, I believe only once before, Charlie Kirk's team has responded to her. But today they decided that was it. They had to respond at great length. So about a 7-minute performance by Blake Neff, right? Blake Neff, that's his name? On Charlie's radio show today. He's one of the advisors who hosts the show. He ran through 35 just bat crap crazy stuff that Candace has said in accusing people around Charlie of being involved with his murder, doing the murder, knowing about it. It's all crazy stuff. And they said, Blake said, Charlie would have wanted us to wait and hope Candace came to her senses, but she hasn't. And so after chronicling all of her accusations, and again, these are so far out there, which is what she does. If you've never listened to Candace's extremely popular show, I recommend you listen to at least one, because every episode's filled with just crackpot conspiracy theories. But after listing them all and denying them all in effect, although some of them they didn't deny, they just read them and I think just assumed people would know they were denying them. Blake announced that they're going to, at great detail, because they're asked every day about this, are these things true, even though they're outlandish and obviously false. So today they announced a new plan to not ignore Candace, but to address her head on. Here's Blake's announcement.
In the near future, there will be a live stream here in Phoenix where we address in a clear and comprehensive way the claims and accusations, the false accusations that have been made against Charlie's family, friends, and the people here at Turning Point. We plan to walk through everything carefully and thoroughly. If Candace is available, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix. At this point, we believe the ball is back in her court. Our motivation for doing this is not out of any obligation to Candace. It is about honoring Charlie. We feel a deep responsibility to protect his legacy, his work, and the truth. I feel that. I owe Charlie everything in my life. I feel it immensely. And that is why we feel compelled to speak clearly and openly now. We'll have more on this in the near future.
I'll pay for Candace's flight if that's the issue, because I would love her to be there. She responded a little while ago. Here's Candace Owen responding to the invitation.
Went for it. And guess what? Turning Point has moved to formally respond to all the things that we have said. And after a very long diatribe in which they wildly misrepresent the public and global investigation of Charlie Kirk's assassination, they at long last issued a public invitation or a challenge. I'm not sure what it is, but I accept. Okay? Quite literally, all we have ever asked.
Oh, don't know what that is. All right, so it looks like this is going to happen. Maybe. First of all, Katie, is Candace Owens, does she have a following in the UK?
She does. She is married, I believe, to British men.
Yeah. Do you blame us for that?
No, I just, it's another UK-US special relationship.
Yeah.
But as a result, she has quite a profile. And there was a point when Turning Point UK, I remember quite a few years ago when I was working in Westminster, there was an attempt to build up a similar kind of youth movement to the right in the UK. And it didn't take off nearly to the same degree, obviously, as Charlie Kirk did with his organization. But therefore, there is an awareness. And I think lots of people associate her with Kanye West in the UK. She definitely, these people with big online followings, this is the point, is you don't need to be on a conventional platform these days, broadcast. And actually, if you go and speak to students, they tend to know people like Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, Charlie Kirk more than they do lots of the people that are on terrestrial TV.
Yeah. Do you have people like Candace Owens in the UK who are podcasters with massive followings who just live off of conspiracy theories? You got that as well?
We definitely have some conspiracy theorists, but I think they're a bit less successful. It might
Yeah.
just be that we're a smaller country. I mean, we have Russell Brand, but you've slightly
Oh,
taken
oh
him
yeah.
from
Oh yeah.
us.
We've borrowed him. We've
Yeah,
grabbed.
and he now goes to Turning Point events. When
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
at the one in July, he was there,
Yeah.
talking about, all those things. So I would say his audience is maybe more American now.
Yeah. So again, if you're going to Ladbrokes putting down a fiver, you're putting it down on Candace for this face off or the folks at Turning Point?
Well, I'm putting it on the folks at Turning Point, but I think Candace is going to gain from this too, right? Because you can see both sides getting huge viewing figures. I also think once someone's decided there's a conspiracy, it's really hard to put a lid on that. And it would be, I think perhaps both organizations are going to find that they get more interest after this has happened, even
Right.
though they're going for different things.
Cozy Earth, 40% off. Amazing. 40% off the softest towels, sheets, pants, and towels you ever did own. Go to cozyearth.com, use the promo code two-way for a full 40% off. If you order before December 12th, guaranteed for Christmas delivery. And if you get to the post-purchase survey, please say you heard about Cozy Earth here. Bamboo sheets, bubble cuddle blanket, 40% off. The jogger pants, you think, well, those couldn't be, 40% off. Even the t-shirts, which are the softest, nicest t-shirts you'll ever own, all 40% off. Order again by December 12th. Get it before Christmas. Go to cozyearth.com. Use the promo code two-way. Give the gift of everyday luxury this holiday season. So buy the pants for yourself. Buy them for someone you love. And if you buy the pants for someone else, I'll expect a nice tweet or text on Christmas saying, Mark, you're like my secret Santa. Thank you for your help.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and two-way tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.